The longer you stay in your comfort zone, the more you're missing out. You're missing out on so many things. You have no idea. The sooner you get out of your boring black box, the more you get to experience life, because when you're in that boring black box, you are missing out on so many fun opportunities. You're missing out on meeting new people. You're missing out on so many adventures. So many things are waiting for you as soon as you start taking those steps. Kind of reminds me of a story when I was, actually from my whole life, I was really scared of heights. And right up until I was 27, I had a really crippling fear of heights, which really prevented me from really doing a lot of awesome things that I do now. For example, I couldn't even walk on a balcony in a condo or an apartment building. I couldn't step onto a balcony. I was so freaked out. I couldn't walk on bridges. And when I was little, I had a really crippling fear of amusement rides and flying. And in fact, when I was 11, I had the opportunity to fly, take an airplane flight to go visit my Omi in Toronto for the first time by myself. And it was really interesting at that young age to be by myself and without my mom and all of her worries and all of her fears, which I had learned. I was socially conditioned to be very fearful of a lot of things, like going fast, being on amusement rides, motorcycles, flying. All of these things were so dangerous and so scary. So that was, of course, my belief growing up. And I remember when I was on this airplane to go visit my Omi, I was shocked because I realized that, I remember it like it was yesterday. I was on Ward Air and the flight attendant's name was Lucy, and she had this big tray of candies, and she's like, hey, take as many candies as you want. And everybody was so nice to me. There's, this 11-year-old girl by herself. So everybody was so kind and like, oh, would you like some chips? Would you like some pop? Hey, what movie do you want to watch? And I'm sitting there and I'm like, this is not scary at all. This is freaking awesome. I am living the dream, right? So in that moment, I remember it. I reframed it in my mind. I didn't realize I was doing it because I was 11, but it was amazing. I was like, wow, this is when the vacation begins. And in that moment, everything shifted for me around flying. Of course, the height stuff I had to work on. Big, long story. I won't get into it on this video, but we slowly but surely have to take these little steps and rewire our brain to think differently about the things that we are fearful of that will create change for us. Also, when I got into motorcycle riding, I very quickly, after a couple of years riding on the street, I got into racing motorcycles, and I took a racing course at track, and it was quite a challenging track with a very scary, to be perfectly honest, very scary, very tight hairpin turn. And I was in the racing school with 9 other guys. I was the only girl. And it was pretty obvious that a few of them didn't want me and my hot pink motorcycle with glitter on it. Some of them were very welcoming and some of them were very unwelcoming. And it was very uncomfortable to be there. And it was also uncomfortable to watch several of these dudes crash. And one guy got taken away in an ambulance, and it was a full day course. So it was very uncomfortable, very challenging, to stay in that environment and power through. But I really was very focused on the end result that I wanted to achieve. And that's another really important thing. When things are uncomfortable for us, we have to get used to and get comfortable with the discomfort. The more you can get into the habit of feeling the discomfort of being somewhere new and somewhere that is creating change, that's when the magic happens. I can teach you how to really get comfortable with the discomfort and relax into it and learn how to take a different course of action. If you're interested in learning more about what I do and how I have helped thousands of people build their confidence, please hop over to my website, which is absoluteconfidence.com. And if you enjoyed this video, please do give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And do remember to hit that bell to get notified of the new videos that I will be putting up on this channel very soon. So as usual, I hope that you go out there and have an amazing day, an awesome, awesome day. And remember to live life confidently. Have an awesome day. Bye.